Morning boys and girls. A few people are asking me how I concrete my trays. Because obviously a lot of the time you always put chicken wire in them or other things and other bits and pieces to stop them breaking up. But obviously I don't do that. I do it much simpler. Well, obviously to get the weight right you need to weigh it. Right, it's a bit anal, probably don't have to do it really, but all I've done there, you see, bucket, a bit of ballast, a bit of sand and stone. Obviously fell off the beach into my boot by mistake. I just weigh each bucket to about 7 kilo. So obviously that's the rough weight. I think to be too far away, am I? 7 kilos, 7-8 kilos what I'm aiming for. So if I stick 7 kilo in a bucket, a little bit of water, a little bit of cement, and that get to about 8 kilo roughly. One of the reasons I've used these trays, as you can see, they got quite a bit of ventilation. Obviously they're classed as ventilated trays, so you get a bit of water flow through them. Also on the bottom there's a bit of a plastic grid to give it strength. Obviously got ventilated holes in the bottom, what I don't really want, but I think this grid on the bottom make a lot of difference. Once I hit the bottom of the seabed, that sort of grip, if you know what I mean. On a smooth pot that'll move about, but these seem to hit the bottom, sink in the mud a little bit, and that sort of grip it and stop it from moving about so much. That's my theory and I'm going to stick to it. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people telling me I'm wrong. Obviously with this ventilated bottom I can't just pour concrete straight in it, because obviously everything will run straight through. I'll make a lot of mess in the garden, what I don't want to do. So obviously I'll just get a fish sheet and put it in first. Obviously these are the sheets we buy to put on top of our fish we catch and put on a fishing market so it doesn't dry out. They're like basically butcher's sheets. They probably work about a penny each, something silly. Well, as you can see there, I just put the plastic fish sheets in the 4 trays I'm going to do. Obviously I put like just a sprinkling of sand and shingle in the bottom, just to stop the wind from blowing them out. That'll just hold it there while I mix up the concrete and pour it in. No big issue, easy peasy really, isn't it? This is one of the most important bits. I want to buy some of these fibres. They're just like polypropylene fibres, basically what your rope's made out from. And that's just obviously chopped up into small segments. So obviously you mix these fibres up with the concrete, they spread about, and that's like reinforcement, so you ain't got to play around with no chicken wire or other stuff. See, look, as I manipulate it, that's all starting to come apart. So if the concrete do crack in the bottom of the pots, it doesn't matter, it's all held together, all these fibres. Brilliant idea by someone, but that's cheap and practical. I think a lot of money for this bag, cheap as chips. Well, obviously these fibres need to be mixed in well. In here is 6.5–7 kilo ballast. All you want is a small handful. That's all you need for this. If you think one little bit there, give it a good mix up. It into loads. All you do is put it in first, I do, and give it a half tidy mix around. Obviously it's a bit different if you're making a load up at the same time, because obviously you just stick them in the cement mixer, wouldn't you, and that'll all get mixed in. But I like to give these a good mix around first, so then obviously going to put the cement in and give it a good stir. That's really incorporated well. I'll do the second bucket, same thing. Give it a handful. And obviously the more you work it, the better that is. So that's why I give it a head start by giving it a good mix first. Obviously I'll just do that to the rest of the buckets. Well, obviously I'm not at sea today because it's blown a hoolie, but I'll just put the cement in the ballast in the garage. That's obviously just blown like hell and that'll blow everywhere. So I roughly done a 1 to 5 mix, was 1 part cement the 5 parts of this ballast. And give it an extra mix, don't do it any harm. That'll break up the fibres a bit more. If I was making a load at once, I'd do get my old man's mix around here, but I'm only doing a few at a time, so I can't be bothered. A few of you can see the cement is quite old. I start to go hard and form chunks, that's why I'm just starting to get it used. Time to start mixing. Just got a bucket of water. Put a good slug first on. So we've got on the bottom not mixed up. A little bit more. Touch more. That's about right, that is what I want. A little bit more sand in the bottom, what you put mixed in. But yeah, that's basically there. Hold the shape well and you see all the fibres in it. Look quite good, doesn't it? That's about right what I want. So now, time to pour it in. First, just a bit careful, I want to split the sheet, do I? And that's all in. I don't want to split the plastic. Just want to hold the concrete in it until I be able to peel it off in one go, so I can glue it to the bottom of the pot. The old lucky grip fill. A little bit of a smooth over it. That is good enough for what I want. Then when I do the next ones, I use the same bucket. It's a little bit wet in the bottom. Obviously when you turn it upside down, all the sand that's on the bottom comes to the top, so it gets mixed in better. a good guess. That was spot on straight away. Like to give it a bit of a mix up, obviously getting the fibres about. As soon as you add water, then fibres seem to break down even more. But you can see them all on there, all them fibres. So now time to do the second one. This one's a little bit drier. But the most important thing is getting it right in the corners. That's another one done. I'll now stack that on top of the other one. Obviously, because these are stackable, so I just stick it on top and job's a good one. Well, that's them all dusted, just sitting there, all level, waiting to dry. Obviously stacked them up, but job be a good one. I'll just leave them there for a few weeks and they'll harden off nicely. Well, it's nothing complicated about doing it, but that's a lot easier using them fibres than it is anything else. Okay, boys and girls, catch you later.